When a traumatic experience affects us or our loved ones, it's important not to buy into the belief that people can't change. That's a misconception. Human beings are the only creatures on Earth endowed with an extraordinary degree of freedom. Our capacity for transformation is truly remarkable. Despite being evolutionarily close to primates, we've mastered spaceflight and built space stations. Human potential is boundless, and that includes the ability to reshape our own minds and find inner healing. For those who have survived violence or abuse, there is always a path to recovery. The outcome may not be complete, but even a 70% improvement is a significant victory. The most important thing is to keep moving forward. Real transformation only happens when you change the stimulus environment, the cues and context around you. If you stay in the place where your traumatic experience began and continues to be reinforced, you need to change your surroundings. Maye Musk's story shows this clearly. She moved with her children from South Africa to Canada and started from scratch. Don't be afraid to start over. When everything's going well, keep writing your story in the same notebook. But if something's off, turn the page. Change your environment, even drastically. Of course, at first you'll be criticized, ridiculed, and many things won't work out. But after a year or two, everything will be transformed. Your behavioral patterns will realign, and you'll find you've become a completely different person. When you regularly interact with people who also carry their own trauma, you get stuck in a vicious cycle. If you want to heal, connect with those who've already walked that path or have been free of that burden from the start. If you want to be healthy, surround yourself with healthy people, even if being around them feels uncomfortable at first. Full recovery becomes possible only among strong, emotionally mature, integrated individuals. Nature has healing power. The closer your contact with pristine, untouched nature, the more effectively your inner balance is restored. Nature restores harmony. Try to spend time in nature as often as you can, or at least watch nature documentaries, look at nature photos, and take in the scenery. Even that kind of contact makes a difference. A sense of oneness with the eternal helps you stop projecting your own inner conflicts onto the people around you. Any psychological trauma can be healed. It's important to understand the methods for working through it. I recommend checking out Erich Fromm's The Art of Loving. It reveals the essence of true love and helps distinguish it from unhealthy emotional dependence. True love is a creative energy, not a form of dependence. Our capacity to love grows throughout our lives, and this pursuit is worth dedicating your whole life to. Films like Forrest Gump and Groundhog Day have a healing effect. They reveal the path of inner transformation, from falling apart to rebuilding, from hopelessness to personal growth. Revisit films like these not just for entertainment, but for deep healing of the soul. Men and women evolve along with the times. In the information age, women are better adapted, biologically and psychologically. They can multitask, handle stress well, and are flexible. Men show less flexibility, but can successfully adjust if they master multitasking skills and build emotional flexibility. When someone experiences violence and then buries themselves in work, transforming that aggression and tearing themselves up inside, the path to healing remains the same. You can't completely avoid coming face to face with violence. It's an integral part of the human experience. We need to build the capacity to face and move through those moments and come out stronger. Total insulation from pain leads to shock, like what the Buddha felt when he first encountered suffering beyond the sheltered world of the palace. It's important to prepare children for the reality that pain and aggression exist, teaching them to handle these challenges together, not in isolation. Mutual support in society is the foundation of human happiness. In Scandinavian countries, where raising the younger generation is a community effort and people are actively involved in each other's lives, the highest levels of life satisfaction are recorded. Tackling challenges together is far more effective than trying to face them alone. I recommend you watch the movie The Beautiful Grain, La Belle Verte. It's a simple yet profound metaphor for how it might be possible to live in a truly harmonious society. You can redirect aggression through sports, physical exercise, and competitive activities. This isn't therapy, it's more of a management strategy. For children, especially boys, it is especially important. For adults, it's a safe way to let that energy out. Training sessions, shooting sports, team sports like paintball, and vigorous exercise. Love heals. It can mend even the most damaged bonds between parents and children. That doesn't happen through apologies or rational conversations, but through a genuine feeling, a willingness to let the other person be themselves, and to give them the power to express who they are. Love is stronger than any missteps. Thanks to love, it's possible to reverse the course of time. Destructive relationships of any kind, including family bonds, can be healed through the expression of mature love, the kind that supports rather than imposes or pressures. With this approach, not only is the connection between people restored, but life energy itself is renewed. People have boundless possibilities for choice. We can transform, learn new things, and reinvent ourselves at any age. Every situation can change. Every psychological trauma can be healed. Love, a conscious, intentional approach, and a change of environment create the conditions for such change and healing.